Good evening, everybody. I am going to be with you with the main screen very shortly, and I'm getting back to my world building Sunday, so I'm just making sure I've got everything set up tickety-boo, which wasn't earlier, so good evening, everybody. And I realised I've got some new... yeah, there we are. There we go, let's shut that up so I don't get any feedback. Don't need to hear myself talking. So, there we are. So, for those who don't know, I am in the middle of doing a world building. Oh, sorry, not a world building, I'm doing that as well. But I'm in the middle of doing a campaign for Star Trek Adventures. I have got it. It's a different group than what I live streamed the other day, but it's the same bit. I am using World Anvil at the moment, so I am going to be having a map that's of a Constitution cast. It's going to be, for anybody who's interested, of Deck 16, which is going to be. I was going to try to get the map out because I did have that up. There we are. Deck 16, which is that one there. It's going to involve, well, hopefully, the players going aboard. They are going to be in the TNG era, so the date is 2371, which is going to be a couple of centuries after. No, hang on, 17. It's going to be about 1 century after Kirk, 75 to 100 years after the Kirk era, and the Constitution class is what the original Enterprise was. So that's what I'm doing. I'm going to try to get the main things up. I'm not going to try to fill those in on these sessions, those little ones, because those are going to be mostly pointless for this second. So I'm going to be trying to get the main thing I want is the corridors, the loading bay, which I've got the framework already done for, and making sure I've got the lifts there. They're going to be out of action for the game because of reasons of the I was going to say save you spoilers, but just for say the power's going to be out, so that's the reason. I can go into more questions about that if needs be, if anybody is interested, but for the minute I'm going to be doing that. So I'm going to just move this map to one side so I can actually use that as reference. So I've been I use some of these ones for reference, so they're online, accessible online. One of the things I am peeved off is in my game on my team's cruise ship is I can't get a ship's blueprints for that, which is very annoying. So anyway, what I'm going to do is just continue finishing the outlines of the ship. So here's the landing bay. I'm going to just get the 2 rooms in on here. So actually I'm going to just move my map reference here. I've only got 2. Probably should have put that on YouTube, on not YouTube, on my iPad, just so it's easy to see. I want to make sure our chat and everything is visible. So there we are. Let's get this into a better place. I'm saying I'm going to not need to see my sound bits or the image of me recording. Famous last words I probably will now. So there we are. That's the one. Dungeon Fog this is not an advert. This is me liking this. I use this because I like it and I find it good for this. When I show the players, it gives a bit of a fog of war aspect, so they only see part of them up, all the bits that I would like them to see. So, how big was this? So it's got to be a bit of a replica. So one, 2, 3. So that's going to, so this one's going to be 3 down. So there we are. When I do put stuff in here, it's not going to be exact decorations and stuff that you would have found on Enterprise or the Constitution class, mainly because contract reasons and stuff. It's not a thing that they license to have, so if I wanted to, I could come up with my own designs to put in there, and as long as I'm just using it for personal use, I could do that. It would probably mean I wouldn't be allowed to use it for this stream, but it's not the end of the world, so I will probably fill those up later. So I just wanted that end bays. So I'm just going to do for reference, I'm just going to Google Constitution class ship, just so you know roughly what part I am doing. I know if you're into your Star Trek, normally you would probably know what a Constitution class is, but yeah, that's a ship, and I'm doing one of the floor levels on that centerpiece there. So, oh, actually, let's get. Have we got one where you can see the back? Because you're able to see the landing area. Yeah. Anyway, more building, less distractions. So where that's going to be the turbo lift. So at some point there, if they need to get to the bridge, which the 2 main jobs they're going to do needs to deactivate and get a bit from engineering and possibly get stuff from the bridge. So we'll sort that out in a minute. There we are. This one goes up to the bend. I may have to lower these bits down a little bit in a minute to make it look better, because I'm going to be fussy like that, but it's not going to be the end of the world if I don't. It's only a rough look. It's 4 then. 1, 2. So I'm doing a picture on my head how many squares over it should be. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to say 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I do have that little. I can adjust these later if needs be. So so how many down I'm gonna. It's about level with the walkway, which is going to be there, so that's 4 down. It is a good thing that it actually tells me how many squares I'm going down. I'm gonna have roughly a square as probably similar to the D&D as about the distance or width of a person. So 5 foot square, if I remember correctly. It's been a while since I played D&D, so I'm not. My memory on that is poor, to tell you the truth. Ooh. Got a little bit. I think I'm probably done this. Oh no, I might be alright. Done this slightly badly, but again we can change that. Yeah, I can make that one person, and that goes one. I may have to shrink this a little bit. Oh, I know where I've gone wrong. It's the rectangle on the left. I'll show you in a minute. Try to get my camera a little bit better. You know, I said I wouldn't need to look at my screen to see what that looks like. I do now. So, but that's suitable in a minute. Oh no, that doesn't go quite there. That goes there. Okay, and then up to there. So, it looks like I've got my map camera sorted. So it's this here that I've made slightly too big. Oh no, actually it's probably about the right size, but I've done it for the length of that. So the main thing is I want, that can be sorted out better in a minute, but the main thing I wanted was the two on the walk, not for two people on the walkway. These are supposed to be at a slight angle, so this is the map I'm doing. Again, I keep saying I'm not too worried about exacts, but I am doing it. I like to try to get as close as possible, but that's more for my own peace of mind than for any other reason. So, so that's trying to reposition something on the other screen so I can see it, and then I can also see chat. That is okay. I do want to make this slightly bigger. There's going to be a couple of rooms there. I'll tell you what, I should be able to move this up down a little bit. That should level it up because it's not made on exact squares in the real one. And luckily, with what I've put on my base, I can line those up a little better. Cool. Oh, yeah, I can just get that there, and I can do that slight curve on that one, which I think that's enough. As this game doesn't need exact squares to play, it's not the end of the world if I don't get it on exact squares, so that's fine. I want the curve on the top there as well, so let's put that up a little bit. So if anybody does have any questions, please ask. Any suggestions as well, feel free to put suggestions in. So there is various things on here that challenges along the way. The main thing is what they're going to have to do in engineering, which is going to be taking a bit of equipment to bits and taking out and getting way. It is something that plays with time and speeds things up. this has also been deteriorating the ship as well, so there will be possible traps on way. I won't put them all in because some of this will depend on me using threat in the game, which is one of their ways to add challenges for the players. But some I probably will put in automatically as just a default for the adventure. The player, or these two of my players, they've been playing with me for a while now, and it never started on. Actually, it wasn't on the first one, but it was like on the second adventure we did. They ended up having difficulty going over a drop, and it's like everything they did seemed to have gone wrong. It's like they either didn't make it, or something slipped off and fell, or they lost a tricorder or something like that. And then it was just like I ended up with a Dream One doing a similar thing, and they failed that as well. I'm going to be doing a similar one just as a reference to that, as a bit of a joke. It hasn't come to them for a while, so I'm not doing this every week. Otherwise they would be annoyed with it, but for the sake of this, it's just going to be one of those ones to go, oh, for pity's sake. Especially as, one of them are going to be a security officer now, so they're going to be a little bit stronger. So so they will have the option of going two ways on this, rather than me visually saying it. They have to go one way. They got the option of, well, in theory, 3, because they could go straight up to the turbo left to one of the 4s, but they can go north or south. I will type in some things that we can do to improve that, to make that better for them. So the only downside I am seeing with this one is there is a second there below. So in theory, because this here is only a balcony, I will probably try my best to guide them up to the top, but like any game master knows, if you try to force them somewhere, they will go the opposite way. So it may be a thing that I do have to block somehow the bottom one, so this is their best option. So as I said, some stuff is falling to bits, so I'll come up with an excuse to block this away. I might make that lower level, actually, that it's, because there is some levels on it that is got no air, so they'll probably be wearing EV suits anyway, so that's not so. Anyway, let's fill this next bit in. I'll just show you. This is going to be the engineering for Constitution class. I'm not sure how I will make that little thing in the centre, but that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to need to make that walkway there, this little one as well, so they do have the option of going through the offices there and that way around. So that's what I'm going to be doing. So let's do the outline to the engineering. Oh, this one looks like it's going to be just a solid square, and I can get rid of the wall in the middle. Oh, I've moved things around on here, haven't I? That's going to be untidy. Okay, let's try to tidy this up. Yeah. No, let's get rid of this one out of the way first. And then I think that was in the right position originally. That red line usually means it's not going to work. I may end up leaving some of this tidying up to later. Let's straighten up that. This one is, do I want this as a, the map that makes it look like it's a semi-door there, or rather than a specific thing. I'm wondering how big my doors are on this. Probably not the size I want them to be. The other options, I have that completely bare open. No, I'm going to leave it as a what looks like a door. I think that gives the best effect, personally. So, cool. So the next bit will be my engineering. Sorry, excuse me for looking off the map there. So, it's going to be a rectangle. So let me check how far down I come. It's going to be just over. In theory, it should be just over halfway down this. I mean, 1, 2. Well, that's 3. At 3.8 there. So I tell you what, I could do this to 2, and that would probably be just over halfway. So that's good. So I don't need that line. I just want to use that as a starting area. Where do we? I'm gonna have to go over the door, but we can sort that out in a minute. If I do these in a minute, I'll explain how I do that later. So I sort my map out on the oh, hang on, I'm gonna have to put there. I can. Oh yeah, that's right. I did get that right. There is something I have to put there. So I'll explain that in a minute. I don't know what it's for, but I could try to, for the game, try to put something in there for the players. Don't know what yet. Okay, so the far wall here is the outer limit of the thing. So all I need to do is be 2 from that wall. So 1, 2. Oh, I did forget something. Okay, I'll tell you what I'm going to do is the main shape for the minute, and then we can sort that out in a. Tell you what, just yeah, as I said, let's do that as I'm partway there. Let's do the main shape. Oh. Yeah, no, I'm restarting. I used to be indecisive. Now I'm not so sure. So where are we going? So we wanted to leave 1 gap there. That's going to be 1 square, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I worked it out as 5 there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, probably will be 1 short in a bit, but again I'll sort that out in a minute. This doesn't seem as a lot. At that. Actually, this should be. Yeah. Doesn't seem, the length doesn't seem quite right. You know, I could do a version where I try to get it to scale and put it on under that, but there we are. To be honest, I think with this that one of the sizes are going to be a bit more important with this. Maybe it's because it's so 2. This is going to have. I'm thinking I'm going to have to move. I may have made that a bit large again. In comparison to the turbo lift shaft, to be honest, actually the turbo lift shaft should be a little bit larger. So that's about right for that square, I'm going to say. They do give me a map on their thing which does include this bit, so I'll try and make that nuisance. So tell you what, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Do I want to make this wider? How many have we got? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I would say this is about 4 people. So the width is good. It's the height on that that's for some reason doesn't seem to be quite right. It just looks odd in my head. I have to play with that. I'll play with that soon. Okay. There is a bit here, so ooh. How do we get? I was thinking, should I make the corridor or the room, which has a lots of different angles. There we are. Okay. If that's about level was there. I know you can't see this. I wish I had a dual screen that would be easy for me to see and you to see what I'm copying. Yeah, it's about 2 and it is an angle. This one up for sake of the map, I'm going to just make this straight. If I'm feeling good in a minute, I will do longer. So when you do on the corner, it automatically does. With these ones, it does. If you do it on one of the dots, it automatically sets it to the dot. Which does make some bits a lot easier. This shouldn't be an area that they will need to get into. They could, if they go the wrong way. Actually, I'm thinking I said they had 2 ways to get here. Doesn't, because this will end up being a dead end for them. If they've done their research, which they should do. If not, they better get a map reasonably quickly when they start moving. They will realise they will have to go to the bottom way. Normally, if this was a dungeon, I would try to give choices of routes, but this is a certain way. It has to, yeah. It does have a layout, and as I'm doing it too, this is the way I'm justifying is doing it the way towards the map. That's good for me. If it was a intrepid class, So what the USS Voyager's Discovery is, I would definitely give them more options. If they said, I don't like that route, let's go another way. Wouldn't necessarily be more easy, but it is. It gives them the options. But for this, it is. But if they come up with some constructive way of getting to the right place, I'll give them their dues and let them have it. As long as it's good for that. So, it's not necessarily this going to be a separate room. This is combinations of ones. I'll show you ways of doing that in a dungeon crawl. Oh, sugar. I've missed out a room on this one. Let's just back space. Oh. Okay, I'm going to have to make this taller because there's getting 2 rooms or an alcove and a office in there, which I want that to be an extra tall one because it is an office. So oh, that's not playing nice. I've realised I've made a mistake with that room. That should be like that. Let's get an extra split this wall so I can sort that. That is one nice feature was this, is you can do that. So they're straight out on the walkway there. That's the problem was what I'm doing is building rooms on rooms. But I needed it as a oh yeah, I know where I can, yeah. So if I go put this down to yeah, I've probably got this a bit low. There we are. That probably has more room than it's like a person-sized door. This is probably bigger, so you've got that. There's one, quote, we'll say a one-person door there. I suppose, if you used to like put that on its side, there I am using my fingers there. It's probably, yeah, no, that I want to say I'm happy with that actually. So not perfect, but you're not going to get exact. The only other way is me putting that map up, which is I'm fine, but it doesn't give me the option. There's probably a way of me putting that on row 20 or something like that to get that a bit more exact. So anyway, so we got the bits below that, so I will put the doors in a minute. So that's going to be an office, that's an alcove of there. And we got under here, there's like a T corridor, T-junction corridor, and what looks like, what's it called, Chief Officer's Office, Chief Engineer's Office, and Diagnostic Workshop. So presumably this is the Diagnostic Workshop here. So they may better get into that one and maybe find some information about that. So where this should be the easiest one of these all, and I'm realising that is my famous last words. As he says, that should be up a little bit higher. And I'm going to say I'm not worried about that now, because that's a pain. Looks like a pain in the neck to get exactly right. Probably didn't need to do that there. This should be the same level as that. Oh, which is not there. Which is going to be, I need to do a shift and click. Oh, forgot about the corridor. Yeah, so for anybody who hadn't picked it up, but on YouTube, I done a playthrough for Star Trek Adventures and realised I couldn't talk and backbuild at the same time. Was the Olympus and Touch of Pink Fizz, which was great fun. I think my width on this is probably not. Yeah, that was, anyway, that was great. For another look up that on YouTube, all fun. If you're into Star Trek, the system is, I think, sums Star Trek up perfectly to me. To be honest. Have I got this right now? That's going to be a bit thinner than usual, but I don't even in the game if any reason why that is a bit where's this one at angle? Excuse me. I am thinking, do I need to make it wider? I'm going to do this, yes, why not? Let's make it one step wider, one square wider. Yeah, I forgot the corridor's still on the original base. I was using that just as an outline. In theory, you would probably do all these rooms individually. Yeah. So, what do I need to make these? Yes, I do need to make these wider. That actually, anyway. There we are. Do those in a bit. So that one's the easier because it's on a square on the dots. So one left, one left, one left, one left. One that's not right. Let's skew with. And one left. A little bit off. There we go. Okay. Straighten that up a bit. To be honest, when I press this, that should tell me. No, it doesn't tell me the measurements on that one. Do that in online. Oh, shouldn't have that corridor there. So that reminds me, need to make this a little wider. I think it does this mean I have to make this area bigger, or can I leave this? There, so I think it is that. What have I done wrong there? That one is underlay, which I don't want. This bit should be a little bit wider. Thing is, I don't want to completely redo the whole thing just for a slight annoyance for this bit here. Can I make the bottom part no, to be honest, I'm going to say be honest, when we get like bigger, more close in, this is not going to seem quite as bad. This is something I can play with later. I am, with the scale, I am sort of stupidly pedantic, especially when I'm also copying from another map. If this was me creating my own map, I probably wouldn't be quite as pedantic. What did I have it on before? 70 or 80%? 70 by the looks of how I did that. So, got the corridor there, got the corridor there. I think I've got, I was about to say, I think I've got every rooms in here do need doing, but that's, no, actually those don't need doing. Especially as this, probably won't get onto this part for 2 weeks time, but we're for doing that. Sorry, excuse. Just realised I've got spam in chat. I apologise for that. Anybody watching it? Trying to advertise such like. Anyway. Probably won't get to this part for 2 weeks, or actually knowing me and my players would probably not be for 3 weeks, but I want this semi-sword off, but that's bits and that's not going to be a priority. It doesn't need to be ready. The pedantic side of me will want to have that done just for show, but because of the wall. But anyway, my point is get stuff sorted, so that's needed doing. So looking at the map, I need. Oh, hang on, not that larger door. So want door there. Maybe one in the middle of there. It says there's one there, but that might be just a window. Not sure. I'm gonna put a door there anyway. On this bit here, the wall is mostly not there. Can I split this one? Yes. There is a little bit here. So one of the nice features was this is I can hide walls. I'm going to have to do this with the main engineering room there in a minute as well, but as I got that I'm going to do that. And do you know, I was looking in a previous game on a thing how to create a room templates there, and I've worked out to do it. It may be a certain thing. Anyway, that's me going sidetracked again. So what did I want to do? And I realised I've got this wall all skew with there. Oh, what's just happened there? Things are not working. Don't say I've lost the string. It's probably knowing me, it's probably lost the internet reaction. What's going wrong? Okay. So that's where I can click on this end. It's been especially as I haven't saved it recently. Yeah, if anybody's in chat and tell me that I'm still live, that would be brilliant. I don't know what's happened with my game though. That's working, so it's not that. That's working. Wait, and change everything around. Okay, exactly what I don't want. Why does nothing go perfectly? Okay, I'm going to try to leave and hopefully it saves it. There, so the internet's working. That's a good thing. And yeah, I've got too many maps there, so let's get this back up. Hopefully it's there. Yay, it's back. Fortunately, me doing that, I have a feeling just lost a viewer, but hey ho. Yeah, I need to sort that skew width out. Yeah, that's in the right place, the top one there, so that's in the right place. So it's that one there that I need to adjust to make sure that is in the right place. It's a bit of an angle, but I think that will be okay. So what I was going to do is try to split the wall there. So the thing is, on the thing there's a little bit of wall there. Not exactly one, but it's going to be good for cover if the players want that. So there's the hidden part there. So let's get that out of the way. That is hidden, but you can still see the one from here. Tell you what, I'm not going to bother putting the one in exactly the same place, because as long as one wall's there, that's matter. It's fine. And to be honest, they won't get in each other's way then. Now, it's also going to be good for this bit here. So I can get rid of the wall there. So this is the alcove. Yeah, so I've got to remember to do them for both rooms if they are. So in theory, I probably could have made that room one, but it was at the time easier to do it as 2 rooms to start with. But with that feature, it does make it a... What you have to do is remember when you put the bits on these is to and bear in mind when I say bits, that's an official term, and don't let anybody tell you otherwise. So let's get some. To be honest, it doesn't really matter at the moment. There, you've got to remember that it disappears. So that is one downside, but you've got a feature here on the right hand side. I've got to get a wire out of the way of that, so which is above walls, which you can put there and make sure it goes above walls. So ideally you should get it right originally, but so you can do things like that. But let's backtrack. I'm going to do a save now because there is bits on here that you can do concealed items, so that's good for putting people, enemies in, or traps, that something like that. You can see the doors. So let's get the doors back to together again. So what I actually need is my map up for the doors. Oh, one thing I forgot. I don't know how important this is, but there is apparently a little room there with... There's a bit of technology at the top there in the on the map. I'll see if I find some use to it. Maybe. No idea what to put there, but it's there. It's an added feature. It's do I have the doors on the... what I need to do before I start placing all the parts is getting my turbo lifts into place. See if I can remember how to move whole squares by themselves. That's how to hide rooms and delete them. Right click on it. So, so what I want to do is put that in the centre, but I want it to be a bit more square, and it's easier to do it on that feature. So, what I did, just clicked on the wall. It's a circle. Same was that one. But to be honest, that should be. Okay, so. Okay, that does that. Okay, so what can I see if I, in that case, on here, what if I just click on it? The ways I'm thinking is not working, so what I'm going to do is hopefully I can make a good circle out of this, or a good square for this main one. Then I'll circle it up in a minute. I'm just having a look at what they look like on the... yeah. Thought I'd made some of the mistake. Too far away from the door. Yeah. So... Yeah, I've got the positioning exactly right there. So, if I remember to make it larger, that doesn't necessarily... Yeah, that doesn't necessarily deal exactly with the way I wanted to, but let's get the bits in the centre back to the centre. So, what do I want these a bit? You know, I was thinking I will end up easily get, with what I did before, easily get to placing the parts into this, but no such luck. So, typical me, not the fastest map maker in the world. What? If I fit this into the... if I get rid of that one, what I could do is hide that, and that's the door. Not exactly how it's on the map, but I actually, and it looks a little bit skew with the door. Can I straighten up there? I think that's a much better look than having two of those bits there. It's sort of what it does in the map. Right. Like that, and it has a little area there. So these are going to be one of the maps with the one of the ones with those are the handles in it. So that one's not going to... I'm going to do that one last because it's not my main priority. Because in theory they shouldn't be going that way, which means they're going to be going that way. So we want to do the same in here. Well, not exactly the same. It's going to be missing doing the squares originally. But this one's straight from the shuttle bay. Oops, daisy. So, today's session is name that shape. I'll probably have a similar issue here, probably not quite large enough. So the last thing I want is, I'm saying, oh, what's that little gap there? Can I squeeze through it? No, you can't. Okay. To be honest, I wouldn't do that anyway, but makes it, in my head, still makes it a bit better. Even though I can't get this perfect, it's still good for so I'm going to get rid of that because I'm still going to have the corridor there, but it's I'm just wondering what to do with this bit here. I'll do a bit so I can black it out later. I'll shade it out, grey it out, whatever you want to call it. So, I'm trying to remember what I'm doing. Doors. I'm just trying to remember on the map. Oh, these are reasonably small doors according to the map. Actually, this one is a what you called it a airlock. So I do believe this dungeon form has airlocks. So if I can get those back off, we can get some airlocks in. Ooh, bigger this than ooh, actually, I never thought about having it as a broken airlocks on these because of the situation. I'm wondering if we should have a damaged one. So, rusty, we're in space, it's you're not going to have it rusting. Smooth broke. It looks. If they do decide they want to break through this, that's fine. Or should I have those the other way around so they can see the broken one first if they do go up there? That would be a better idea, because otherwise that's going to be lost on them. Can I make this the other way around? Mirror H. It could also give them something to look, investigate going, because they're going to have a Romulan find a Romulan ship in the hangar bay, so it may be something that they go, did they do that? No, they didn't. This is just a other thing, but it may be an inquiry that they may want to go down. So it's not necessarily to put them off, but it is to make them get them to make them think, because stuff on here is eroding. Actually, I'm just thinking, should I make both of those damaged? I might actually tell you what, I'm going to make both of those damaged. I'll just put it there for a second. This is annoying. There we are. There, I've got that for things. Can I unmirror that one now? I want them, yeah. Like that idea. So, what do we want? We want a door in the top right. I just want that a bit higher up. Actually, that's not a door. That's a open area. So there we go. Let's use the invisible. Why is that not working? Okay, hidden. There we are. So those there are going to be ways they can, the players can get up. Fearing there should be little bits of the. Which I haven't found if there's a equivalent of yet. So need to get rid of this wall as well. So there's something about this wall that's not quite straight enough for me. It's it's not straight, it's not parallel with that, which is annoying me. Don't usually get annoyed with these things, but when it comes to this, it does. That's a bit better. Can I get these going this way a little bit? Should have all four of my players back next week, which will be nice. So we've got a doctor or nurse who's chief medical officer, we've got captain, we've got a chief security officer and a chief engineer. There, I think I've got the outline set up. I haven't actually got the entrance to the thing done properly yet. To the thing, you know, when I say thing, you know that's a technical term, right? So what I probably need to do is get rid of that little bit here. I need a semicircle there, but I don't need these, but I do need that on the outside. Probably, you know, I'm going to have to do the corridors in a minute, because if I hide that, the corridors disappear, which I don't want, but in a minute I want to get rid of that bit on the end. So that shouldn't be too difficult, he says. Okay, have to redo the holes there, but that's not an issue. No, that's fine. I'm thinking of all the possible ways this could go wrong, and definitely got somewhere near 47. And if you do know that reference, please tell me. Oh, hang on, what is... This is why I was debating whether to do it or not, because lots of clicking. And you know what I said about the other, making them all one big room here, it does have its benefits. I have to redo the stairs. Well, annoyingly. I can re-change the layers in a minute, and I probably should have named those as I went along. So remind me in a minute to name the rooms. So, because that will come in handy when I'm having to re-layer the rooms. So just checking there, everything. What the label is for whatever you want to call it, it's just a reference. Sorry, excuse me, it's my nose here. The room is actual, proper room name. I don't know if it's visible to the players, but it'll come up if I remember. And I have a feeling I have to press enter or something. There we are. No, got it the wrong way around. So, corridor comes on there. So that's room is the thing. Label is whatever you want to label it. And actually, I don't know if I want to hide. That might be handy, but that's the one I do want to label is turbo lift. So I know in space, yeah, and on ships, it's you don't have it. I'm putting south for a reason. I should have port starboard. I forgot what the rear is called on a ship, and that's probably the most obvious one of them. So, and I forgot to press enter again. There we are, so that's getting that one named. So yeah, probably fine. In a minute I will show what I haven't done that one, but you'll find out later why that's useful. I will show that what do they call it? They call it propulsion, warp and core, main level. I was called an engineer, main engineering. That's it. So engineering. Propulsion. This is too much of a map already, but warp, core. But if anybody wants to use this map later, at least they've got what it's called. this is where I will put a label on it. I'm thinking whether that's a bad idea actually, because it'd be in the way whenever I'm doing something. So, but that's for another time. Okay. Chief. Reason why I'm also doing this now, because it's good for quick reference if a player asks me something in game, and I can just be clicked on that room and I will tell you, tell them very easily. Saves me having to go to other pages that I haven't got set up. So the less things I have to go through to do it, because I would be having other bits up on my screens. And I realise I am typing something there into that room and it's not even there, which is very annoying. Matter, anti, matter, roll. So at the moment I'm doing the ones that they are more likely to ask. If they went, what's behind that door, I can tell them, or at least tell them what's supposed to be behind there. Don't need those ones for the minute. To the film storage, that's going to be in there. Do a room for that in a minute. I'll do the load and bay bit in a minute. I am looking at this thinking, on my map, this is supposed to be a balcony here. I took away the doors. Those are supposed to be possible force fields to that's a door, that's a force field, I guess that's a force field, I guess. So I will probably put doors there for the case of these ones. If there's a force field option, I will certainly do that. And that's where I reckon I probably should have had two doors, but that is easily sortable in a second, and I'll show you how. I will also show you why name leveling is good, especially when you've made, not necessarily mistakes, but you haven't necessarily done it in the right order. Force field, what else would you call them? Oh, this they could be under doors. Which is no. So, where did I want those? That corridor probably should be smaller. Both corridors probably should be a little bit smaller. I mean, that was the issue. Anyway, something like that. But in theory, you need to get the position in. Right, first, but because of where I put them, let's do that properly. So I put the main square is off the map, so let's get it clicked on the wall. So shift. Shift again. It's an annoying thing when they're not exactly on the square. It does make it more difficult to click back on it. Actually, I'm doing that the wrong way. That one's on the square, so that's going to be easier doing it that way. There we are. I'll put a door in there in a minute. Ooh. On this map it's showing where, actually doesn't actually give me a colour thing, but these other bits could be force fields. That's for the doors. No, that's not right for. Anyway, I am making doors. That's what I'm going to be doing. So. We haven't got one there, but we have one there. So this is where I'm getting the doors. What? Oh, yeah, look, and that one's gone. Missing again. I'm going to put that there for a second. That's sci-fi, and I want doors. One of the large doors on these ones. Looks like something I'm going to have to deal with for that door because it's all skewed. It's probably going on to the lower one. But that's fine. I'm going to have to turn this into some sort of window in a minute. That's going there for. I'll tell you what, I'm just going to delete that for a second until I can sort it out properly. Oh, I had that problem with the. Okay, so. There we are. Can I get a. That's the most important one. If I don't have a door there, my players are semi-screwed. There we are. That's better. Actually, these are actually going to come up as rooms themselves. So let's get that named so I know what it is. And when I wanted to not click on the door, I did. Annoying. Door 4. So there we are. That's door number 2. I'm sure there's something where what's behind the door today. Oh, I wanted to have the floor set up for the right hand side there for the rear of the ship, so get that going in a second. Let's start here. Actually, tell you what, start in that corner. I probably will want to move them slightly further back in a minute, but I may not for the sake of this. Okay, and I want to straighten that wall up. So this one I want. Yeah, that's worked perfectly. And then I should be able to get rid of that. Well, I won't get rid of it because it's good for a backstop, but ooh, but I did say I wanted those bits coming out, didn't I? What happened to that? Don't say I accidentally deleted that. Not that I needed it anyway. How far do those go? And is it really important? For the sake of this, it's about that far, and are they really important? Nope. Makes me feel better though. Okay, there. So that one does theirs. Their levels. Oh, well, well, so we've got rooms. Yeah, and these are, as I said, yeah. So I've still got that one that's mentioned down there. I'm going to put this scale to fit so I can see all of it. There we are. Bit of a beast, that. So, probably not the biggest map done on Dungeon Fog, but for the sake of it's probably going to be one of the bigger I've done, at least on one level. So, what did I want? That would be the corridor I wanted lower down. I think I did give that a name. Sure I did. Oh, it's up there, that's why. Stupid me. Sorry for that, saying that's probably very bad of me. Wasn't meant in any bad way. Oh yeah, the things are on the other bit. So we've got it under the what you might call it there, which is the turbo lifts. I will make sure the corridor is on the bottom because that is, if the walls go over that, it's not the end of the world. So, but actually, I might make it second from bottom on this one because I want the loading bay, the landing bay below it, because officially that's underneath the looks. I could probably make that a little bit bigger underneath, and if I wanted to make the top disappear, that might be handy. Oh, and it does show the bits that I have left there when I've done that, which is actually Nice. So, there, map 6. Oh, didn't mean to go out of it though. So, ooh, do you know, I've been doing this much longer than I planned to do it. So, I'll just quickly get back in and see if my theory works. That's gonna. So, if I don't. Ooh. It can work, but it's not what I was trying to do. Ooh, I have done that twice, that's why. Which one is the right one? So corridor there. This was the original balcony. And name that. Okay. Hide the balcony. That means the corridor is still there. No. Corridor is what I hid. So I could actually get rid of the corridor and just have. I'm overcomplicating things. I've got this sorted now, so I will sort that out. Future date. I'm going to say is thank you for watching, everybody. I think I've got everything sorted. I wanted to make sure I'm happy. Let's click on save. Thank you very much for everybody for watching while I'm going through such exciting things. But no, for me this is map making is something I love doing for that, and I thought might as well come and how I do it. I was hoping to get more into the little minutiae onto this. That's the way for I'm doing as all maps, but you're not seeing the finished business with this. So hopefully I will record this, so you either next Sunday see me starting putting the small bits into here. If not, you'll be seeing me put the do it for another map, because I am promising I will finish a map on stream for you guys at some point. So thank you very much, and as I started to do with other bits, when I go that way, it means I'm usually looking for the off switch. So where is the off switch? Thank you, and good.